Year 6. My name is Miss Page and I'm one of the food technology teachers at Thornleigh. Today we're going to have a little look at your silver task, which is symmetrical foods. So as you can see in front of you, I've got a white plate. If you're going to be arranging your food, it might be a good idea to think about what plate you're going to be using before you start arranging it onto it. So I've got a white plate you can see here. I've also found a few little dishes in my house that I could use if I was trying to arrange my foods and make them maybe look a little bit more glamorous. We need to remember when we're eating our foods, some of our perception about how our food is going to taste links to the way our food looks, okay? So all our senses are important when we're eating our foods. So today what we're going to have a little look at is symmetrical foods. Now you're going to make your food as well as display it for me. So I'm going to show you, and I'm expecting you to do something different. I'm not expecting this from you. So I'm going to show you my little example and we're going to have a go at making a cheese and pickle sandwich. Okay, so I've got two different sorts of breads to show you here today. I've picked a crusty roll and I've cut it sideways, so I've got it as a circle rather than an oblong, and then I've got a slice of bread. Now the slice of bread might look just plain, simple, maybe a little bit boring. Depends on what you're going to do with your slice of bread. So you can see here I've got a cutter. It's for making scones with or biscuits. I could, if I wanted to, use that on my bread, and you can see there I've now got my own little round circle. Okay. It might be quite interesting to do something with the piece of bread that's left, that lovely little circle. The other thing I was thinking was, if you take a sharp knife, so remembering to keep your fingers out of the way as much as possible, you could do something interesting with your bread. Okay, it doesn't have to be. Think about the shape of it. So I've got a rectangle now, it could be cut into little triangles and they could be arranged. Okay, so that's our bread. So I'm going to have a go at making a cheese and pickle sandwich. So here we've got our plate. Oh, let's just move it so we can get it back into shot a little bit more. Okay, so we'll just turn the camera. Perfect. Right, so I've got this lovely cylindrical plate. I'm going to make my cheese and pickle sandwich. Okay, so I'm going to use both the circles on this one from my bread, and then think about your cheese. Okay, so normally we would cut our cheese into slices, so on this one I've gone with some little diamonds and some triangles. Okay, so you might want to think about what you're going to do with your cheese. It might make it a bit like this is a bit of a deconstructed sandwich. So the other thing I've got, because not everybody likes pickle, I have got this little fancy spoon. Okay, so I'm going to get my pickle and I'm going to literally put it on that spoon. Okay, so we're trying to make our food look more interesting. Okay, so you might make a sandwich, you could make a cake, you might make a pizza. There's lots of different things you could make. So we take that out of the way straight away, and we're going to have a little look at how we could make a quick little garnish or something to brighten it up, okay? Because at the moment, my sandwich, although it looks delicious, I'm sure you would agree, looks a lot of the same colours. So I've got a red pepper and cucumber. We can't see my cucumber, can we? Sorry, people. Oh, crikey. Right, here we go. Let's move my sandwich out of the way. So we've got cucumber. So you might want to think when you're cutting these up how much of it you need to use. So a circle is great. You could cut the top off or the end off, and then you could cut it the other way and make it into little batons. You wanted to. Okay, be careful all the time. Might be that you need a parent or an adult to give you a hand. You might have an older brother or sister that's at Thornleigh and they already know how to chop up fruit and vegetables. They might want to give you a hand, give you a little demonstration. So that way I've got these little half moons. You could also then cut my moons again. Now triangles I think are really good shapes. They add a bit of interest to your food. It could be that you cut your slice again. So you might start and think about how you are going to arrange your foods. Okay, so let's have a little bit of our pepper, and I'm going to cut this one into really thin, oh, I hope you can see, really thin slices. Okay, Just like that. Okay? So, it doesn't matter what sort of plate you're going to use. Okay, remember it's about the product that you make as well as the food. Okay, so we want your product to look interesting as well. So let's go back to let's keep one of my round ones, I think. So your symmetrical foods as well, it might be, I'll just move the camera so you can see it a little bit more. Oh, crikey. Okay, it might be that you decide to do 2 plates. Now ideally we'd all do 2 plates, but I'm filming this in a lockdown and it's hard to get lots of things at the supermarket. Okay, so things that you might normally want to buy at the supermarket you can't always get. Okay, so we will remember that when we're looking at your tasks. Okay, and we'll think about the skills that you would have had from primary school. Okay, so you can see now I'm starting to get a little bit of interest going on. Okay, so my cheese and tomato deconstructed sandwich is suddenly looking a lot brighter. Okay, I'm going to bring this over the top and you can have a better look from that angle. Okay, so please don't worry about the pots and pans that you're going to use. Okay, I just picked a white plate because I just thought it showed off the background. If you've got a different coloured plate or a black plate, a square one, a purple one, think about the different foods that you're going to use on that plate and how well they might stand out. If there's anything you could do to make them stand out further. Okay, I actually thought something would work, but it doesn't. I thought a pickle would work, but it's too much of the same colour. It could be, let's get rid of our little pickle, that you want to do something, you know, start to maybe layer up. Again, how much more interesting is our sandwich looking already? Okay, so it is completely up to you. You can be as creative as you'd like to be. Thanks very much.
To complete your food technology STEAM task, you're going to have to submit a food diary. Now you can do that in a form of pictures or a presentation or any form that you want. That could be a video. Try to be creative with this. To submit it, you can do this on a phone if you're using pictures, or you can do it using a desktop computer. Go to Google Classroom and log in with the details that you have been given. Find food technology and find the task that you're going to submit. Remember that you only need to complete one of bronze, silver or gold, but you can complete more if you want to. Click View Assignments and this page will appear. Whatever it is that you're adding, click Add or Create and add this onto your task. Once you've done, make sure you submit your work. Remember that you can also submit your work through the Google Classroom application. Find the STEAM transition, go to Classwork, scroll to find Food Technology and click on the task that you completed. Remember that you can add an attachment and then once you've done, mark as done.